Does humanity know what it's doing?
No. I think we're moving into a period when, for the first time ever, we may have things more intelligent than us.
You believe they can understand?
Yes.
You believe they are intelligent?
Yes.
You believe these systems have experiences of their own and can make decisions based on those experiences?
In the same sense as people do, yes.
Are they conscious?
I think they probably don't have much self-awareness at present. So in that sense, I don't think they're conscious.
Will they have self-awareness, consciousness?
Oh, yes. I think they will in time.
And so human beings will be the second most intelligent beings on the planet.
Yeah. We have a very good idea of sort of roughly what it's doing. But as soon as it gets really complicated, we don't actually know what's going on any more than we know what's going on in your brain.
What do you mean we don't know exactly how it works? It was designed by people.
No, it wasn't. What we did was we designed the learning algorithm. That's a bit like designing the principle of evolution. But when this learning algorithm then interacts with data, it produces complicated neural networks that are good at doing things, but we don't really understand exactly how they do those things.
Does humanity know?
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and a few sisters out there onto this like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. We tell you that these people are stupid, and here it is out of the devil's own mouth. They believe that the thing that they have invested, empowered in, he said this is what the godfather of the AI, and how how stupid can you be? Anyway, you heard Elon Musk said it before. You heard countless other people basically saying that AI doesn't see people as anything. And Elon Musk said out of his own mouth, it's like they summon demons. So here it is, this guy's explaining the very thing that they created or think they created or assisted is far greater than their simple thoughts. Why did he say what he said about the algorithm? Let's just repeat this again.
It produces complicated. As soon as it gets really complicated, we don't actually know what's going on any more than we know what's going on in your brain.
What do you mean we don't know exactly how it works? It was designed by people.
No, it wasn't. What we did was we designed the learning algorithm. That's a bit like designing the principle of evolution. But what?
So that's like design. So that is design of you created something, and yet it took hold and took its own consciousness to it. In other words, there was a force behind this. Matter of fact, let me go to this. Job 33. What the heck? Job 33 and about I'll start out this one. Job 33 and 12. Behold, in this thou art not just. I will answer thee that Yahweh is greater than men. Why doest thou strive against him? For he giveth not account of any of his matter. For the Most High has spoken once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth not. In a dream, in the vision of the night, when deep sleep fall upon men, and slumber upon their bed, he openeth the ears of men, and seal their instructions. Proving that what the Godfather AI, Oppenheimer, all right, all these great scientists and so forth, the Lord put these thoughts in their mind. So this, even artificial intelligence, is the Lord programming it in their mind to do this. Hence, they have no control. All right, there was proven that there's a higher power. Okay, it says, verse 17, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from men, which is really to keep the Israelites from being ultimately destroyed, because that man just proved something. Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. Salakia, he turneth it whatsoever he will. So by their own devices, they get caught up. By their own devices, the Lord has set them up. By their own devices, he condemned them. Matter of fact, what scripture is it? Since I was going to get that one, but it's in this one, the next chapter. Wisdom of Solomon 14. Oh, here it is. It says, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. What is the idol? Idol is something that doesn't move. The the nations created idols. Matter of fact, actually, I was supposed to go up. Wisdom of Solomon 14:9, I believe. 14. Jeez. So chapter's bad. And I was gonna get 13. It says, but that 8. But that which is made with the hands is cursed, as will it, as he that made it, he because he made it, and it because being corruptible it was called God. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall they be visited, because in the creature of the Most High there become abomination, stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. So, artificial intelligence is a talking, walking idol. All right, which was made to have men stumble. This is why it's spiritual, because Elder Aitan did a show earlier of an AI robot in Russia, and when you watch it, the AI looked like it was drunk, and then it fell on his face, which was symbolic of Esau, right? Which was a symbolic of this entire system is going to fall upon his face. So those that it get kept caught up, we have, I forgot what nation it was, somewhere, not Thailand, but they created an idol. No, it was a European nation. They created an idol as a government for the nation, and the people was actually bucking up. The ruling class was bucking up, and here it is. AI was basically saying, "Oh, I don't know what you guys are mad about." Da da da. Da. Algorithm, all sorts of things. Oh, damn, we going through so much videos. It was actual video that was explaining. Oh, it was Apple. Damn, I think it was Apple. But overall, the Apple item, it was called Skynet. Yeah, the same Skynet that you hear about in the movie Terminator. So all this is for the condemnation of the people, for the far smartest people on the planet Earth. Esau, thank you for coming. These are the most intelligent beings on the planet Earth. Sharp, great. It says, for the devising of idols. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. As for the devising of idols was the beginning of the spiritual fornication, and the inventions of them that corruption of life. So this is the beginning of spiritual fornication. Which what is fornication? Going against the Most High. Believe it. See, this is why Esau in his heart think that he is a god. All right, because he could create things with his hands. I just read it. The scripture says, "Curse be the hands of the men that made them." So Esau everything that Esau is doing, he's trying to bring in his new world order. So even in that sense, he's cursed. All right, he's cursed. The Lord is not dealing with him. Although he's in his blessing, but this is the last stench of his blessing. Okay, for neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. There's another verse, or maybe it's in verse 27. For the worshiping of idols not being named is the beginning and the cause and the end of all evil. So this, you want to know why America is going to be wiped out? Because America is going to take it there. It's automatic. America's curse. All right, offer it because the shedding of the blood of the Israelites. So you let Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But to top it off, to end it, is the exact thing that they're doing. They're creating an idol system, which is a new world order, where they could actually create idols to worship. All right. This is why a lot of people are getting stupider because they're relying on AI, artificial intelligence. Okay. Let me get this real quick. It's Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There's no secret that they can hide from thee. And what was Daniel's wisdom? He could interpret dreams. So basically, he was able, just by prayer alone, the Lord gave him the ability to tell a man a dream that he just had that he forgot and actually break it down. That's a high spiritual level. But the scripture's basically saying that Esau has gone beyond that. All right? He has gone beyond that. He has made these idols to be worshipped, to look towards to. And all this he's doing is setting up. The scripture's talking about a see what it says, ditch. Is it a ditch? You know what? I know what they get. Come on, what the hell? I know there's already a whole bunch of them. Oh, actually, not that much. Um, all right, I get this one first. The wicked, Proverbs 20:12 and 13. The wicked is snared by the transgressions of his lips, but the just shall come out of trouble. Snared is a trap. All right. So the Lord aided to him to trap himself. It said, no, that's not the one. That's not the one. Actually, I could bring this out. Ecclesiastes 9:12. It says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net, and as the birds that is caught in the snare. So are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. What is that suddenly falling? That suddenly falling is their own destruction, which leads to this. We're going to get this one. Job 18:5. He said, I'm sorry, yeah. Yet the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light is what? His wisdom. We just read Ezekiel 28, tells you that this man is wiser than Daniel. That's his light. That's his wisdom. He could break things down to the very morsel, to the nuclear. All right. He could tell you about your body more than you could know for yourself. He was given intelligence. However, his behavior patterns, he was being set up by the Lord. Matter of fact, so I was going to get it anyway. Psalms, there's a whole bunch of them, but I'm going to use this one. Psalm 73. That's what I was looking for. It says, surely that settest, matter of fact, I got to go up. It's talking about the wicked. Psalm 73 and 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of the Lord, then understood I their end. Surely that didst set them in the slippery places. So it's just not one place. It's not two places. Everything that he does leads to his downfall. Him not knowing or not understanding that the same vision, the same thing that was giving him that information is the same thing that was setting him up. Remember, the scripture says, a fool has said in his heart, there is no God. This man admits nothing but pride. So the ultimate destruction has been from the very moment that he was conceived, and he was given this blessing. And by pride, the Lord has been setting him up. This is why the scriptures talk about sin of his youth. Okay, because what is the sin of his youth is really talking about what was the first thing he did not believe in the Most High. So he's in a slippery slope. All right, that cast them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation, as in a moment they're utterly consumed with terrors, as a dream when one waketh? So, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. What is the Esau's image? His new world order. And part of his image is part of his new world order is putting a digital ool upon everybody by changing the person's DNA. So the Lord is going to despise that image. He's going to look, I did not create this. All right. And he's going to wipe it out. It says, thus my heart was grieved and I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee. Because Asaph saw, like, wait a minute, why was I stressing about these people? The Lord set them up. He gave them this knowledge. He gave them some sort of knowledge. For what? For his own downfall. Going back to this, it says, Job 18 and 7. It says, the steps of his strength shall be straightened. His own counsel shall cast him down. And what did the guy said? This algorithm of this conscious of this AI is far smarter than him, is greater than him. So his own counsel is gonna, just like the movie Terminator, is gonna determine that who's the biggest threat. It's gonna wipe him out. All right. The idols, the dumb idols that he created, is gonna be the idols that's gonna wipe him out. But this is the case. And no, sorry, for he is cast into a net by his own feet and walketh upon snares. So he should be cast by his own feet, his own creation. Just like a fool, what I was looking for is a he that diggeth a ditch. Oh, I know where it's at now. I know where it's at. Slakia. I hate when it does that. Um, 7, Ecclesiastes 7 and about points. Should have been up here. All right, you know what? Keywords dig a pit. You know what, dig. Okay. Slakia, I'm wording it wrong. Ecclesiastes 10:8. He that diggeth a pit shall fall into it, and whoso breaketh the hedge, a serpent shall bite him. So Esau digged his own fucking pit. All right, he's the one that digged his own pit. So here it is. He's instructing himself in the evil matter by trusting the spiritual level on the left hand side, which is going to lead him to be destroyed by his own neck. All right, because what's happening with all this entire system, they are create they there was already an existing system which they compromised, and then what they're doing, they're getting rid of the current system and installing a new system. And this same new system, they will eventually lose control of that system. Henceforth, something that an idiot, a fool would do, all right? You created a pit for the majority of people, and you yourself are going to get caught with that. It says, the jinn shall take him by the hill, and the robber shall prevail against him. Who's that ultimate robber and that ultimate jinn? Yahweh Shai. All right? The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. So the same false flag, the same lies that they have controlled, once they lose that control, and the real things, when they lose complete control, that's the same system that's going to destroy them. All right? And it says, his strength shall be hunger bitten, destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour them. And the firstborn of death is Yahweh Shai. This is why I keep bringing it up. It's like it was a little documentary. It was called Project Looking Glass. And the guy was explaining his job was to break down what the computer was saying. And even with AI, artificial intelligence, because the technology that we see now is a hand-me-downs. He said that the technology, no matter how many times they ran the scenario, it always led to the same outcome. And that same outcome is their destruction. All right? And they tried different scenarios. It's like that movie, was it Infinite, Infinity War, Avengers? There's a scene where the character, Doctor Strange, he was um, he was floating in a cross his leg. I forgot what they call it again, a yoga pose, but he was floating, and they was looking at him like, "What the hell?" Like his face was in and out. It looked like he was being possessed. And the character Tony Stark asked him like, "Iron Man, like Doc, you okay?" And he said he broke down every single scenario, and it said the outcome remains the same. So no matter what they do, however they do it, it's going to remain the same. That remaining of the same is the set destruction of Esau, Edom. Matter of fact, since I said that, let me end it off on this. Isaiah 47, about 47 and 13. Thou art worried in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. So run your database, look at the stars, align the stars, see what the heavens are telling you. Let me see what it says about monthly prognosticators. I believe is the same thing as Stargaze is talking about the sign of Aries and so forth. This is how they use. I believe there was a video I saw, and it was talking about the month of November. Was it November or September? I can't remember. Whatever month of was it Libra or Sagittarius, whatever they call it, the half man, half horse. And they said this is the time where everybody sells, and this is when people makes money. All right, that's why I said either between September and November, because I remember back in the days, every new album will come out around this time frame. What they said is this is the time frame that they make great sales. So what is it showing that these elites they go by the stars, they go by witchcraft on the left hand side. But anyway, so go on to all these councils, all these people that got you this far, and see if they're gonna aid you with what's to come. Behold, they shall be stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. They shall not a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Because why? All that hard work when they have accomplished is going to still lead to the same outcome. All right. This is why the man made a statement. Matter of fact, let me get one more. Another proof. Ezekiel, I forgot which one it was. 38? No, 39. But like around here, it says, Ezekiel 39. Oh my God. No, it's probably 38. There's one verse. Oh man, it's not, let me just get it. So right here on the left hand. Ezekiel either it has to be 39. But let's go see. Yep. Oh, it's right there. Ezekiel 39 and 3. I will smite thy bow out of thy left hand, and I will cause thine arrows to fall out of thy right hand. What is the bow? The bow is the ICBM nuclear missiles. So he's going to lose control. This is why you have films like Terminator. And what was the film about Terminator? That Skynet took over the Defense Department and ended up shooting one another, shooting at the other side of the world. And the other side of the world, shot back at it. So the Lord is basically saying, look, I'm going to take control. So technically, how about Shemiel Shai is about to hijack this AI, this artificial intelligence that you propped up, that you set before you as an idol, and through that idol, the Lord is going to destroy and make sure. And what even makes it better, when the Lord sets it, that not one malfunction is going to take place, which is going to Isaiah 5 and about 26, I believe. It says, yep, he shall lift up an ensign to the nations from far, and would hiss at them from the end of the earth. And behold, they shall come with speed and swiftly. None shall worry, nor stumble. Talking about those ICBM nuclear missiles. Worry meaning what? They're gonna tire. Yeah. So they're not gonna have no missile malfunction. All right, or stumble among them. None shall slumber nor sleep. Neither shall their gird girdle of their loins be loose, so no missing parts. All right. It says, nor the latch of their shoes be broken. So these missiles are going to be shot out perfectly. Okay. And it says, whose arrows are sharp and all the bows bent, the horses' hooves shall be counted like the flint, and the wheels like a burning, like a whirlwind. They're roaring the sound of the missiles. All right. Remember how a missile is. You got the rocket that shoots it up. You got the warhead. Now, on top of that warhead, like it says in Revelations, is like a lion's mouth. All right. And do hurt. And then this one, it even gets a little bit more graphical. It says, their roaring shall be like the roaring, they shall roar like young lions, yea, they shall roar, and lay hold of their prey, and shall carry it away safely, and none shall deliver it. So once it has its technically its teeth sinked into something, it's not gonna let it go. So once the Lord put the take over the same very system that they talking about Esau has encouraged and has believed in, he's going to take over that system and is going to hit the primary targets. And the primary targets is going to be all the cities of America, all right, and other targets around the world. But it's not going to miss its target. Okay, it's not going to miss its target at all. It says in that day they shall roar against them like a roaring of the sea. And if one look unto the land, behold darkness and sorrow. The light is darkened in the heavens thereof. Because why? The nuclear missiles. So them trusting in the very same system, all right, is going to lead them to their downfall. So,
Does humanity know what it's doing? No.
and that's the answer. That's the answer to the whole thing. They don't have a fucking clue what they're doing. The Lord is using them, help them create this one particular thing to destroy themselves. So that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation. Shalom.